Shalom, all praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Ruach Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect Akim that are teaching this word. Shalom Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Ruach Kodash. Now, as you can see here, it's a news clip from CBS, right? And it's from basically a true story. Pretty much, Martin Scorsese is making a new movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese. They're making a new movie. It's called Killers of the Flower Moon, right? And basically, it's basically based around a true story. It's a true story. This happened in the 19th century in America, all right, in Ohio, and it was basically a reservation of Gadites that basically Esau had pushed these Gadites, which we know that they're of the nation of Israel, into a corner, a reservation, and they ended up finding oil there. They found oil in the land, basically, because there's natural resources on the planet. We know that, right? But basically Esau pushed them into the corner and they found oil. So what happened is the US government now, pretty much, to cut the long story short, it shows you in the movie, they intermarried among them. The Edomites intermarried among the Gadite tribes, right? The Gadites that were over there that found the oil. And basically they were monitoring their riches, they were controlling the wealth that they found. Pretty much they murdered them for the wealth, basically. They didn't just leave them with all the oil. Because the story goes that these Gadites became like rich overnight, basically. They were called like the Kuwaitis of the Americas, And the Edomites basically married into them and started killing people, killing Gadites in that town, killing prominent families in that town to steal the wealth. Basically, which that's Esau's history, and that's American history. And it was a big case in America in the 1900s. It was a big case, which all them crackers got away in the end anyway with it, and that was just swept under the rug. But now Martin Scorsese is bringing this movie out, which is all spiritual. He's bringing this movie out, and it's exposing more dirt on Esau's history, man. All right. So let me play some of this news clip and then I'm going to read some scriptures because that's Esau anyway. Here it is. Our people, he's already gone to, because the tribe of Gad are of the nation of Israel, right? They're part of the 12 tribes of Israel, and Esau already went there and stole the whole land from them. Here it is. They're in the corners, which is the reservation. They stumble upon oil there. They get money off of it, and then the Edomites come to kill them for that anyway. That's the so-called white man's history. That's why we call him. He's the wicked. He's known as the wicked. He's the deceiver. He's the devil. All right, and that's his history. These Edomites are a lineage of murderers, man. All right.
In an out-of-the-way corner of Oklahoma called Gray Horse, down a road you wouldn't take unless you knew what was at the other end, sits a small cemetery. It's unremarkable in many respects, until that is you look at the dates. 1923 seems to have been a particularly bad year. And when you look at the ages, it appears few died of old age. Exactly what happened out here on the Great Plains has captivated New Yorker magazine writer David Grann for the last 5 years. And what he's written, Killers of the Flower Moon, has left him with a discomfort he still can't quite shake.
This is a story that has real evil in it. Evil like I've never covered or ever experienced.
Really? Was that dark?
Yeah, yes. The villain in this story, or one of the villains, and the people complicit are as evil as anybody I've ever encountered.
Paddy Power Games gives you more chances to win. Imagine that. Life with more chances.
My mate fancies
You heard what that geezer said. It's a story of evil, man. Because those crackers did evil to those Gadites, all right? And so lucky, I keep mentioning it. I keep saying Ohio. It's in Oklahoma, all right?
His quest took him to the Osage Nation, a remote territory in Oklahoma about the size of Delaware. Like much of the area that was set aside for Native Americans, it wasn't exactly prime real estate. But in the early 1920s, something happened out here that no one expected. An oil rush.
Most white settlers saw it as the ground as being rocky and infertile, and then lo and behold, this land turned out to be sitting above some of the largest oil deposits in the United States.
Almost overnight, the Osage, who owned the land's mineral rights, went from being among America's poorest to to the richest people per capita in the world.
One Osage writer later described them as the Kuwaitis of the 1920s.
Like, how much money were we talking?
Oh, they were drawing millions. So by 1923, the Osage collectively received that year more than $30 million, which today would be worth the equivalent of more than $400 million. And this was being split up by a group of about 2,000 people.
With the oil royalties, the Osage built mansions. They hired white servants. They drove the finest cars. Osage towns like Pawhuska became bustling cities, flush with cash and the biggest oil barons of the day.
In the 1920s, this was just one of the most booming towns in all the West. It was famous across the West because there was so much money here.
The U.S. government, however, didn't let the Osage control that money. Each ward, as the Osage were called, was assigned a white guardian, supposedly to protect the Osage from mismanaging their newfound wealth. But the law actually just invited abuse.
So there were kickbacks, there was skimming, and in many cases there was just outright stealing where they would just abscond with millions of dollars from these Osage. And the Osage never saw this money again.
But the worst of the worst conspired to do far more than steal, as Graham found out when he uncovered a dusty ledger in the archives.
And I opened up the book, and it had the name of the guardian, and then underneath it had the names of the wards. Next to many of the names of the wards, it simply said the word dead. And then you go down to...
So, I mean, look, there's more to it, but there's the point pretty much, man. These Edomites, those Osage in Oklahoma, the Gadites, they said the white settlers didn't even want that land because they said it was like it wasn't fertile land basically. So they pushed the Gadites into it, which that's Esau for you. But what happened is the Lord made it where they found oil there, man. And then Esau with the US government sent white handlers there to monitor them, to so-called help them with their finances when really they were stealing from them. But there's more to the story. It gets deeper, man, because they started to murdering them in the town. It became like a big thing. There was murders happening in the town, but they were killing prominent families among the Osage people to basically just keep stealing their wealth. That's Esau for you, man. And the descendants of those people, even later on in that news clip, he tells you there's that cracker that was speaking there. Because all these Edomites are like that. But that cracker that was speaking there, the Edomite, he said later on in the news clip, he said, there's still murderers walking around today, he says. Yeah, because them devils back then that stole from those Osage, they passed it on to their grandchildren, to their children, which they're still passing the wealth of the Osage people, which are Israelites, on to their people till this day, man. That's how these Edomites get by, man. All right, I'm rambling. Let me read some of these scriptures. Let me read the scriptures. This is Ecclesiasticus 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. All right, and this is the so-called white man till this day, man. And these so-called white people, these Edomites, they're always talking about how so-called Negroes and Latinos and all that, you know, they're always mentioning our people, in particular the so-called Negro. Oh, you're always complaining about race. Just get on with it now. Society's changed. How the fuck has it changed when your leg up in society was having free labor off of our people? And when we, even deeper into the 19th century, into the Americas, when our people did get any kind of wealth, you kept stealing and destroying from us. So it wasn't just because even when you hear about the prominent black towns that Jake built up post-slavery, that Esau destroyed because they were jealous of how well them Jakes were doing, he destroyed it. He infiltrated and destroyed. The same thing was happening with Gad too. But these crackers now in this society, these black people, they can never fix up. First of all, we're Israelites and we got the curses on us. And secondly, how the fuck can we improve in society when your people keep murdering and oppressing us? So this is what the scripture says. Never trust thine enemy. The so-called white man, these Edomites, are our enemies, man. For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. All right. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. That's now, basically even right now, because these Edomites, it's being proven who they are now in this time that we're in. But that's how you've always got to look at these so-called white people, man. All right. The so-called white man and woman and their children, you always got to look at them like that. Even if they come speaking politely, humbly, guess what? They're plotting to harm you, especially if you have something they want. Like the Osage people, when those Gadites in Oklahoma, they found that oil, them Edomite, the American government was straight away conspiring to murder them and take that money, and they infiltrated and they ended up doing that, and they're living off of that money today, man. A lot of people in that town still living off of that money. So it says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. All right, and that's these Edomites. See, if you're careful and circumspect around these Edomites, you truly see their true colors, man. We're not to have them around us. And really, in history's sake, when Esau first came to the Americas and encountered the so-called Indians, which are Gadites, really them Gadites should have came together and really put them Edomites to death that were coming from Europe. But it wasn't meant to be that way. As Esau called it, it was manifest destiny that the Indians was meant to go down, that Esau was meant to have the so-called Negro and slavery. The whole 12 tribes, it was manifest destiny for us to go down. And you see, but now we're living in the so-called white people, their world, their manifest destiny is coming, because we're living in the time of their end. We see, brothers in the truth, we can see that. Brothers in this faith, we can see the end of this Edomite. His system's collapsing. All right, it's being revealed who they are. All right now in the land of Israel, right now, the Ishmaelites and Ishmael, which is the so-called Palestinians, and the so-called Jew, which are Edomites, they're fighting each other right now. And Esau is blowing children up, killing kids, man. And then in the Western media lying about it. So we're seeing their true colors, man. But we're watching their society go down. Everyone's waking up to the fact that these so-called white people, beginning with their elites, are the wicked. Everyone's seeing it. Even their own kind are seeing it. All right. The world's seen this man for what he is. So it says that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Yeah, you don't let these Edomites near you, man, because they all amongst our people. And that's what a lot of our people can't see, that this so-called white man's the devil. On the level us brothers in the truth can see it. We see it through the scriptures and history, and we see it clearly who these people are, that they're the Edomites. But a lot of our people, the problem with our people is they let, basically they hang out their crackers, or the Edomites are their friends, and so on and so forth, man. But Esau's always conspiring to keep you down, man. All right, and when push comes to shove, he'll kill you for what you have. So you don't set these devils by you, man. Like in the Killers of the Flower Moon, the movie, it shows you how them crackers were marrying into those Gadite families. They should never have let them marry into them to begin with, but, we're under these curses, man. And when they were marrying into them families, they were, in the town, they were conspiring to really kill them. So them Gadites set him by them, set Esau by them, and what did he do? He ended up killing them and stealing their wealth, man. All right? He ended up killing them and stealing their wealth. So it says, set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee. Yeah, Salakia. It says, set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Yeah, because that's what Esau does, man. These Edomites are always plotting to basically destroy you Negroes, Latinos, and Native American people, man. As soon as you set them by you, the thing they straight away do is kill you and sit in the same seat you was in. That's how these Edomites move, man. All right. So let me read this here. This is Micah 2 verse 10. Oh no, Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. That's talking about these wicked elites of the Edomites. All right, that's all they do is devise wickedness. And who's the main people they devise mischief against? You Negroes, Latinos, and Native American peoples, the Israelites, because they know who we are, man. So their main purpose in their rulership, in this so-called Edomite system, the so-called white man's world, the Edomite system, their main thing is to keep you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans asleep from who you are. asleep from your true history, asleep from the scriptures, from the names of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, coming back to the Lord, understanding why all these things are happening to you. See, because you see us brothers in the faith, brothers and sisters in this truth that believe in Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, the history that we read about Esau, the murdering amongst our people, the stealing of the land, we filter it through the scriptures. We understand that, you know, it's biblical prophecy taking place and that we're never going to prosper in this man's society, all right? Until Yahweh Shai comes and redeems us and destroys these heathens, basically. But this is what these elites do. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it. They're always conjuring up plans to oppress you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, all right? That's the plans of Esau constantly, all right? Because it is in the power of their hands. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. And that's what they've done, man. They covet fields and take them by violence. How did the so-called white man get the Americas? He coveted it. How did the so-called white man get the South Americas from the Mexican Indians, from the Chilean Indians, which are all native people, which are Israelites? How did he get those lands? He coveted them and stole it, man. Christopher Columbus, Hernan Cortez. Read the history on all these. Well, Esau calls them explorers, but they were really conquerors, all right, and murderers. That's what they really are. And they coveted the fields, coveted the lands, and stole them. That's the so-called white man's history, man. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Yeah, they oppress our heritage. And these devils, man, they you know, there's something else. Here it is, they'll oppress you, oppress your heritage, but then steal your culture, act like they are you. There's something else, man. Like now in America, even a lot of these white people, they always claim that they got Indian in them. You know, now some of them can be Gadites, but a lot of them, you would hear all these white women always claiming they're Cherokee or they're this or they're that, which is all bullshit. You're just Edomites, man. You know, here it is, they've oppressed the real Cherokee people, but then you're claiming to be them. It's a sick joke, man. But we know Yahweh Shai is getting ready to pretty much nuke this world that we live in. The judgment's coming to this society, all right? The judgment's coming to these so-called white people, man, these Edomites, for all their crimes, all right? They're criminals, all right? This is Psalm 73 and 5. It says, Psalm 73 and 5, it says, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. This is talking about the wicked elites of Edom. They're not in trouble like other men. They have all the wealth, man. Here it is, one nation in particular, all the nations under, all the heathens, even the Ishmael and Elam, all the other nations, they have wealth too in this world because they have a portion with the so-called white man. But the main ruler of this society is the so-called white man, beginning with the so-called Jews, all right? They have all the wealth, man. And our people, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, have nothing. We're just at the bottom, man. And they have all the wealth. So it says they are not in trouble like other men. They don't go through the suffering that we go through in this society. But in art, see, when the roles are reversed, that's that parable of Lazarus. When the roles get reversed, we're going to be on top. They'll be at the bottom. They're going to suffer, man. Their suffering is going to come in our world, the kingdom of heaven. So it says, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a garment. Pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment. All right. And this is their spirit. They're proud because they're on top. They're violent people. These Edomites, man, don't be fooled by their smooth talk. They're people of violence. They're not about peace, man. All right. Violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. Yeah, their eyes stand out. Meaning when they see anyone doing anything prosperous, you know, or like what they did when they went over to the Americas. They saw our people's lands and their eyes opened up. Shit, we got to steal all this, basically. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They're greedy people by nature, these Edomites. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They have everything and they still want more. That story of the Osage, the Gadites in Oklahoma, that story tells you that. Here it is, Esau pushed them to the reservation. They found oil on the land. They got rich overnight and Esau wanted that. You know what I mean? He couldn't just leave them to have it. Now we got to steal that now. They can never have enough, man. They're never satisfied, and especially the wicked elite of the Edomites. They can never be satisfied. All right, they just want more and more and more, man. What more do you? No one here is. We have nothing. We already have nothing. You've taken everything. What more do you want, man? This is how these Edomites are, bro. That's why Yahweh Shai is going to bring them down. All right, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily, and concerning oppression, they speak loftily. Yeah, they're corrupt, man. They're corrupt. And when so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, we mention our plight or we complain for any kind of rights in this world, they speak wickedly about that. Oh, you don't deserve this, you don't deserve that. It's all equal now. But here is, they've had a head start through hundreds of years of murdering and theft. These so-called white people have had a head start in this world. Painted our people as demons in this society where we can't get anywhere. There's something called the invisible ceiling or the glass ceiling. We can't get anywhere in this world. And it's all set up by these Edomites, but then still they'll point the finger at us as if we're lazy people, where you know what I'm saying, or all the stigmas they put on our people when we built this society. Fucking hypocrites, man. So it says they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. Yeah, they speak proudly concerning our oppression, man. All right. They speak proudly. It says they set their mouth against the heavens and their tongue walketh through the earth. Yeah, and that's pretty much what it is. That's another thing it said there. They set their mouths against the heavens. They speak. They're so proud. They speak loftily against the Most High, man. They've said they are the Most High. They've said that they're the Lord. They've lied on everything. Painted their images as if that, that's speaking loftily. That's setting their mouth against the heavens, basically. They even speak loftily against the Lord. That's why when Yahweh Shai returns, Yahweh Shai is a so-called black man, by the way, whom the world ignorantly calls the J word. He's going to obliterate these Edomites, man. All right. Let me read this last one here, because that movie, I'm meaning to watch it I'm gonna check it out, but I've been checking clips on it and the real story behind it, and it's a real, it just proves more and more what through the Spirit of the Lord, the brothers of the Great Millstone are saying, that these so-called white people are the wicked. They are the Edomites. All right. So this is Job 27:13. This is the portion of a wicked man with the Lord, and the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty. Yeah, this is talking about the so-called white man, all right? If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. Meaning, these Edomites, they're multiplying, having children, but it's for the sword, because they're going to be destroyed. They're going to be put in slavery. And in our kingdom, when they multiply babies, these Edomites, is going to be for us to have them as slaves, man, to oppress them and to do what they did to us, basically. All right. Those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widows shall not weep. Meaning what? They're going to be destroyed, and also we're going to take their women. But it says their widows shall not weep, meaning their women, they're not going to mourn for them. When we get into power and we have the so-called white man under our foot, his neck under our feet, through the power of Yahweh Shai, we're going to take their women also, man. That's part and parcel of it. They did it to us. Didn't the so-called white man take rape and rob the so-called black woman, the native women? Yeah, he did. So that when our kingdom comes, we're going to take their women also. But it tells you their widows shall not weep, man. They're not going to care about their men being at the bottom. They're going to be under us, basically. So, let me play a bit more of this clip, then I want to close the video down. But payback's pretty much coming, man. And this new movie coming out shows you more and more the evil of this so-called white man, the Edomites.
Another Osage ward, and next to the name it said dead. Dead. Skip a few more. Dead, dead, dead.
One by one, the Osage were being murdered. Between 1921 and 1925, the official number was 27. It became known as the Osage Reign of Terror.
There were shootings. There was poisonings. One man was thrown off a speeding train. The terror was enormous because nobody knew who would be next, but also nobody was doing anything to stop it.
Few families suffered more than Molly Burkhart's.
She looks kind of sad, doesn't she? Her eyes.
That's it pretty much. That's it. So, with that, I'm going to say all praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Ruach Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect Akim that teaching this word. Shalom Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Ruach Kodash. Shalom, shalom.